My mother-in-law thinks I stole her son. Now she's turning her family against me.
Maybe you should put it back then.
Put him back.
So me, 18 female, and my boyfriend, 19 male, have been together for almost 2 years. We have known each other since 5th grade, became good friends somewhere in elementary school, but only dated since 10th grade with a break during the summer so we could solve some personal issues. By the way, this comes from Eli2222. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. So, initially his mother liked me and wanted to meet and have a conversation. But it all went downhill last year when I didn't recognize her and didn't greet her. Since then, I've been disrespectful in her eyes. From that moment, she started picking fights whenever me and my boyfriend hung out. Last year, I moved alone into my parents' apartment, and I proposed to my boyfriend to have sleepovers once a week since we didn't have a car yet, and we only hang out outside of malls.
Oh, I thought you proposed.
I know. I thought, I was like, propose, and then no.
What?
Proposed to have sleepovers.
I see.
He was on board, but on the night he had to come, his mother started guilt-tripping him about leaving her all alone or not caring about his sick grandma and how not having him there will unalive her. Yes, him being gone for one night will end his grandma.
Checks out. Yeah, grandma wouldn't want that.
Yeah.
Grandma probably doesn't even notice.
Yeah, if grandma's that sick, she is not aware that her grandson is in and out of the house at all. Boyfriend lives with his mom and grandma. The plan was abolished, and we only hung out during the day. Around this time, she started insulting me to my boyfriend in many ways. Some examples are substance user, because she heard me and boyfriend on the phone when she tried to guilt trip him again. Cultist, because apparently a man can only leave his mom when he's in a cult. Gold digger, because my boyfriend brought me gifts for my birthday and anniversary. Yes, OP, the 18-year-old, is a gold digger for being in a relationship with a 19-year-old who I can guarantee has little to no money.
Yeah, he has no assets.
Which, because I will for sure cheat on him. Peasant, because my parents moved to the countryside to work in agriculture, and many others.
She's
grasping at straws.
What? Peasant because your family's like farmers?
That's insane.
Bro.
That's crazy.
Also, part of a cult, leaving your mom for another woman. That's called marriage.
That's just called marriage, girl. Of course, my boyfriend started picking fights because of this behavior with her, and all the hopes of a relationship with her crumbled. Meanwhile, father-in-law bought him a car, and we started going away on holidays or having sleepovers on occasion, like my birthday, New Year, anniversary, etc. Fast forward half a year since I want to get to the point of this story. There haven't been any major conflicts during this time, only insults mostly. Me and boyfriend finished our final high school exam. He turned 19, and we graduated. We had a sleepover for his 19th birthday where she tried to guilt trip him again, saying instead of starting this new chapter of your life together, you go and start it with somebody else.
Your mother is obsessed with you, dude. Like the mother-in-laws in this compilation video. All annoying, every single one of them. And check it out on our compilations channel after this story. Yikes.
This is like Oedipus, but like... in this version of Oedipus, your mom is actually obsessed with you.
I thought, what's that? Motel Bates?
Hotel Bait.
Hotel Bates?
Is that?
I don't know.
The Bates motel.
Thing? Yeah, something like that. Bates in a motel or hotel?
Yeah.
Is it that?
It's that.
Ugh.
Which raised alarm bells for both of us because of emotional genetic copy pasting. BS we've seen all over the internet with boy moms. Boyfriend got an incredible ick from this and came over with no problems. He's like, yeah, I gotta go. He got better over the months with managing her guilt tripping. I feel like when she lays it on that thick, I mean, like sometimes
you gotta get out of
fall
there.
Like further and further into this hole of being like, oh yeah, I have to listen to what my mom says. But sometimes they lay it on so thick, you're like, oh, my mom's crazy. Ooh. A week later, we decided to do the big step with a form of moving in together. Staying together from Thursday to Monday every week. So not actually fully moving in together, it seems. Which she had known about since I got the apartment. She freaked out and tried everything to make him stay home, bringing his grandma into this and everything. Your grandma's gonna die!
Oh my god.
You've unalived your grandma!
Dude.
The week went fine, and he only had to deal with a ton of guilt tripping and false crying when he got home. A crucial detail is that she's a singer but barely gets any concerts. Maybe because she sucks. But I don't know. She signed a contract for a concert Saturday across the country, and she expected her son to drive her there without any confirmation. Boyfriend said that he won't drive her, but she started again with immense guilt tripping, crying, screaming, basically throwing a tantrum. That same night, we almost fought because he's tired of this behavior and just wants to get it done so she can leave him alone. But I'm against the idea of keeping the peace when she keeps pulling conflicts out of nowhere.
Dude, this is wild.
Yeah.
Also, name a country you'd be okay with driving your mom across. What country is so small that you'd be okay with driving your mom across?
Vatican.
I
would go further for my mother.
know.
I was just
but
trying
what's
to
like
find
a
the smallest-
reasonable last minute, I'll drive you across the country.
Yeah.
What country would you have to be in at that moment?
Let us know, folks. What country would you be okay driving your mom across?
Last minute.
Same story. Boyfriend goes to pick me up from my parents on Thursday so we can go home. But unexpectedly, his mother calls me. She got the number from his phone when he was sleeping and threatened to call me and my parents many times. The convo went like this, shortened because I don't remember every word. We talked for 4 minutes. Hi, Eli.
Hi?
I'm boyfriend's mom.
Okay.
I think you heard that I signed a contract for X city and boyfriend needs to drive me for that. He told me he can't drive me, his mom, because he had to attend some party and stay with you for the weekend.
Yeah, I don't understand why you're calling me and how you have my number. I'm pretty sure this is a dispute with your adult son who can choose for himself, not with me, and I'm pretty sure he has no obligation towards something that wasn't communicated and agreed upon with him.
Don't you hear yourself? He can't drive me because you forced him to leave his mom hanging, and don't you raise your voice on me.
I'm not raising my voice, and I don't think your son can be forced at 18. You can go by train. I can send you the links for booking a ticket if it's so hard to find alternatives. And don't try to parent me. Not even my mom does that. And do you think you can?
So you want me to go by train with luggage for an entire day while he drives you around? That's it. I'm calling your parents to tell them about this. Mind you, I was respectful during the entire conversation, just fed up with her drama, especially calling me to complain about her non-existent relationship with boyfriend. After this, I texted her that my parents are busy people and to not even try to bother them with this since they'll take my and my boyfriend's side.
My favorite part
Yeah.
of this altercation was she had to ask permission for OP, which is another woman basically wrangling the son around
Yeah.
for the permission. It's like he can't choose for himself. It's
exactly.
yeah.
It's like, oh no, I have to get you to give him permission. Otherwise, he won't listen. It's like,
Yeah. He has a new owner now, so I got to ask them.
He's 19. He's making his own choices.
I didn't know you could make your own choices at 19.
What?
I thought you had to be like
20.
20.
I thought you became an adult at 21.
Yeah, something like that. I was like, wait, I don't have to listen to what my mom says? That's just advice.
No way. She continued to text me about how she is his mom, his priority, etc. One text that stuck was, I raised him and it would be nice for this to do the same, which had us disgusted once again. The conversation ended with a text from me telling her to lose my number and to stop this whole show because we're all adults. Meanwhile, boyfriend called her, told her she's out of line, stupid, and to stay away from his relationship. She didn't talk with him for the entire weekend. But Friday afternoon, father-in-law called, because mother-in-law called him, to meet up and discuss this. Mother-in-law told father-in-law that boyfriend ran away from home, that he disrespected her and encouraged me to do the same, that she has no one by her side now, and if he can drive her to her concert on Saturday, she's going to anyone.
Just get
Get a train.
Get a train. Get
Anything.
a flight.
Yeah, come on, girl. Saturday morning, his cousin and aunt called boyfriend and asked to meet up to talk. They met up in the evening and discussed the whole situation. She insisted on him still being by his mother's side, but also understanding how difficult she is. That we can be together, but family comes first, or that she wants to meet me because she doesn't believe I am as bad as mother-in-law makes me look. Boyfriend went home yesterday, but mother-in-law said she's too tired to talk. Yeah, sure. And that she'll have a conversation with him tomorrow. Overall, boyfriend is pretty overwhelmed and mad. And I'm just upset. I have an okay relationship with father-in-law. We talk on video call from time to time when boyfriend stays with me, and kind of that's all. He's not a reliable person in this whole ordeal, so we keep our distance. His aunt is okay-ish. I've never had a conversation with her, but she's from my countryside, so I heard things about her from my dad. And there is an update.
Goodness gracious.
I don't think you have to, he has to listen to his aunt.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I think you, have that conversation with him and, continue being on his side and saying whatever you want to do is fine by me.
Support.
But, your mother doesn't get to treat you like this. You don't get to just deal. You don't have to deal with her kind of terrible attitude and terrible behavior.
Bag boy, drive me.
Yeah, that's not okay. You're an adult.
Yeah.
She doesn't get to demand things from you.
How, dude? How does it get to this point?
Yeah. I mean, she's probably been this way his whole life.
True.
And it's just about getting her way. And she's like the sweetest person when she gets her way. And then OP slightly offends her. And she's like, well, now you're my enemy for life.
Out of here. Oh, dude. Mothers.
Don't behave like this.
Please don't do this.
Don't behave like this.
Please
Don't treat
do this.
your son like your husband. Like you have this weird possessive relationship with him. Like, that's weird. It's not okay.
Dang. Huge right there.
But there is an update. Mother-in-law cried and tried to hug boyfriend during the whole conversation. Boyfriend said that there's going to be stronger boundaries from now on, that he will not accept being disrespected or hearing her talk crap about our relationship or me. Mother-in-law tried to protest, saying she was the one disrespected when I told her to go by train and when I shouted at her. But boyfriend shut that up quickly by pointing out he said the same thing. Why is it disrespectful when I do it, but not when he does? Because she's in love with her son. Mother-in-law tried to insist that no family of theirs likes me. She doesn't like me because I'm disrespectful and drift boyfriend away from them. Father-in-law doesn't like me simply because he doesn't like me. Paternal grandma doesn't like me because both times I came to her place, I had a full face of makeup on. The horror. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
And the aunt from the previous story won't accept someone with my behavior because she has a son the same age as boyfriend. Boyfriend said he doesn't believe her since she constantly lies to make her story more appealing.
Oh my God.
And that if they really think about me like this, then contact is going to be limited. He won't be close with people who disrespect his girlfriend and relationship.
Dude, this
Good
is
on
so
your boyfriend.
crazy.
I mean, we always have stories where we have a son who's super enmeshed with his family and stuff and always listens to his mommy. And usually those guys are much older than your boyfriend.
This guy, yeah.
And he's acting a lot more maturely than those guys are.
Yeah.
So props to him for that.
Because there's a point where the family's like, we don't like her because of X, Y, and Z, but everything they're saying is false and it doesn't sound right.
Yeah. If your whole family doesn't like your partner, maybe look at what they're saying, see if there's any truth to that.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes it's it's just the whole family.
Yeah. Ugh.
Boyfriend told mother-in-law about his perspective of the situation. Girlfriend wanting to stand up for him when his own mother pushes boundaries. And my perspective. Mother-in-law randomly calling me to complain and gaslight me, then getting mad when I don't bend over. He said insults about me are, of course, off limits. And this will never be up for discussion. Not even if I did something bad to him. Mother-in-law tried to defend herself, saying she'll stop the insults when I stop insulting her. Telling her to take the train is an insult now, apparently. Boyfriend shut that BS down. This was the longest point in their conversation, but it doesn't include me. You can skip it if you want. Mother-in-law stressed him about his future, saying it's time to choose a uni and a career path. Every time somebody asks boyfriend about his future plans, he just says, I don't know, or I'll figure it out. Because who has their life figured out at 19? All his family insists on police academy, 4 years, or police school, 10 months. Boyfriend's open to police school to some degree, but doesn't like the fact that he will only come home once every 2 weeks. His mother will try to guilt trip him into staying those days with her instead of me. We will be separated for 10 months by 250 kilometers, definitely European. Because if they were in Canada, that would be crazy to go across the country.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so definitely European. And pretty much the aspect of being a policeman sucks. He's in it for the salary he gets right out of school if he gets the job in or near our city. Mother-in-law found out where my parents live, and boyfriend got mad and said that if she steps foot near their house, he will move out and cut all contact with her until she passes away.
Oh my gosh.
Good on, honestly, good on.
Wow.
He's like, yeah, he's putting up those boundaries. They're strong boundaries. Don't go harass my girlfriend's parents. Mother-in-law panicked and said she won't go there. Why would she try to find their address then? Because she's not the type to start conflicts?
Well, she called your parents to try to dispute it.
I don't think, did she call?
She did. I'm going to call your parents. She threatened it.
Oh, yeah. I don't know
did,
if she had their phone
threatened it.
numbers. I think she was just threatening things. Overall, mother-in-law is trying to act nice right now so she can get boyfriend's trust back. Won't happen. Or to get him in a comfortable position to start an argument again. Now to some minor parts of the story. Mother-in-law insists I'm dragging boyfriend down and that his academic performance went down since he's been dating me. She asked about my final exam grade and was bitter when she heard I got an 8.85. Boyfriend got an 8.88, but I still think she's in denial about it. By the way, you should never be in denial about how many full episodes of stories just like this we have. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime.
Boom.
But there is a little bit left to this story.
I know one of you has been in a situation like this before.
With a crazy mother-in-law.
I feel like I kind of have, where my ex's parents didn't want me around because her brother didn't like me.
Yikes.
And so he's like, hey, you have to leave now. He's coming home. You have to leave.
That's so weird.
It really was weird.
That's
And
so strange.
I couldn't go out the same exit he was coming in.
What?
Yeah, because he was going to like fight me or something.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. If I would parents that kid, I'd be like, you need to get over it.
He was 27,
That's
still living with his parents.
crazy.
I had a full salary.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
He was jealous.
I don't know. It
Yeah.
was weird.
No,
It was
that
really
is
weird.
a weird.
That guy was not
relationship.
really set up for success by his family.
No. And the mother-in-law is trying her best to not set up her son for success. But you're doing great, dude. You're trying to get out of there. You're trying to set those boundaries. Keep going. You got nice girlfriend in OP. And just, find the family members who are on your side and kind of keep your distance from the ones that aren't.
Boom.
Mother-in-law told boyfriend about how much father-in-law hates me. Boyfriend is taking this with a grain of salt, but is still extremely concerned and angry. So he refused to meet with father-in-law or let him speak to me until they have a conversation, and boyfriend figures out who's lying. As of today, mother-in-law has mostly respected boundaries. No fights, no calls during our days together, nothing. Boyfriend hasn't talked to father-in-law yet since he has distanced himself from him a lot. Grandma, mother-in-law's mom, gave boyfriend money with the condition that he leaves me. Yikes. Oh, so the grandma is also on mom's side. She's like, if you take this money, take it and leave her or I'll pass away and it'll be your fault.
What?
Yikes.
Well, it's inherited, I guess.
Yeah, honestly.
Because she brought up you're going to unalive your grandma if you don't come home. Grandma gave that idea to her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, use me in that excuse. Try to
Use it.
see if he can stay.
Really stick it in there.
What?
Mother-in-law started arguing with her to shut up about me. Oh, okay. Now she's on your guys' side because she knows what'll happen if she's not. Or boyfriend will not come home to them anymore. So the conversation she had with boyfriend probably struck a nerve. At least it worked. She very clearly thinks that her prizes her relationship with her son.
Dude.
In a very unhealthy way, but
How
still.
many jars is this guy opening around the house?
Yeah.
How many light bulbs is this man fixing?
Ay.
How many plumbing issues is he taking tending to?
I don't know. It's too helpful around the house. But that is the end of that story. Keep doing what you're doing, OP, and your boyfriend, keep doing what he's doing.
And this
He'll
is
be
a
okay.
sign not to be so helpful around the house.
Yeah. Don't help
That's
your
why I
parents
haven't helped Sophia out in months.
out.
Just letting her get
Not
used to me
true.
not being here.
No. Stop it. Anyway, that's the end of
fun.
that story. So we're going to jump into the next one.
My mother-in-law loves to guilt trip me. I don't know what to do.
Guilt trip her back.
My husband, 30 male, and I, 30 female, have been having a bit of trouble with my mother-in-law, 50s female, since the birth of my son, 2 male. To lay the base, my mother-in-law runs an in-home licensed daycare. She keeps it small with a narrow age range because that's what she's comfortable with. She currently has 4 children, 1.5 day, other than my son that visits. She hasn't had more than 4 children in her daycare since I've known my husband. By the way, this comes from It's Levi SA. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. So when I was pregnant with my son, my mother-in-law kept telling us and everyone at any chance that we got how fortunate we are to have her around because she would get free daycare. It was a nice thought, and I appreciated that she seemed like she would always be there for us to help us out. I also have a mother and 3 sisters, all of who are nannies, by the way.
Yeah,
So
so
Opie's
Opie's like, yeah.
She's got options.
Opie's like, that's nice. You're one of many. Thank you, though.
Get in line. After my son was born, we only got 2 visits during the newborn period from her, despite her living 20 minutes away. She said that was because I had family around that would help, so she didn't think we needed her. When she did visit, instead of bringing food, helping clean, or watching the baby so we could all rest, all she and my father-in-law wanted to do was play board games with us. And I found it odd and exhausting, but accepted it as one of her quirks. I was just happy that she was around. As my son got older, it became clear that my mother-in-law was not at all comfortable with newborns. She didn't want to watch him without one of us around, which again was fine, but she did judge every call we made in regard to our son. We were burping him too hard. You'll make his heart stop. That went as far as asking what certifications the nurse who had told us that we were, in fact, burping correctly. Let me see what school that nurse went to.
Yeah, she's like, I don't buy it. Girl, you're not even comfortable holding the baby.
What do you know?
Looks
Which
like
is
you
kind
ain't
of
got the
crazy
right-
because you were a parent. How are you not comfortable holding a baby?
Yeah.
Weird. I wouldn't listen to anything. I'd be like, thank you. But if you're not going to be helpful, then I got 3 other people here
Yeah.
who can be.
I don't know. I mean, my niece, I think I could hang out with my newborn niece, but
Mhm.
she starts crying. I'm going to be uncomfortable. I'm like, what do I do?
What do I do?
Help!
Mhm.
She even called my mother to tattle on me for propping a bottle for him because that's not up to daycare standards.
Dude, she's not even at daycare. Or, oh, wait. What did she say for propping the bottle?
Propping up a bottle. It's not up to daycare standards, dude.
Is she at the daycare when
No. She's at home feeding her kid.
she's at home and the mother's like, that's not daycare standard. She's like, I'm not at the daycare.
What do you mean? Then, at any family gathering we attended, she would literally just come up and snatch my son from my arms and hold him so everyone could see her holding him.
Yeah, she's just doing the Lion King. She's like, see, I have the child.
Oh my gosh, dude. Again, whatever. It's her thing, I guess. I was really annoyed that she would just snatch him without asking or even signaling that she wanted him. But I wasn't going to make a fight over wanting to hold my son. I feel now that she's getting more and more controlling as the years have gone by. I guess as closer she's getting to daycare age,
Yeah.
it's going to be way more controlling.
Yup. Yeah, the second that kid can go into daycare, she's like,
He's mine. Bring the child.
Give me the child!
My mother-in-law has begrudgingly watched my son on the odd day that I need to get something done. I'm going to stay at home. It was never my plan, but it just kind of happened. Starting around 1.5 with a little consistency, like once a week, sometimes twice. Then it morphed into, if he stays, I should stay too and help her out. Basically, it's turned to me being her unpaid assistant whenever my son is in daycare. You think that's how she often says what a huge favor she's doing for us when she watches him, that he's a bad kid or spoiled or something. He really isn't. He's intelligent and kind. Everyone that spends time with my son falls in love with him. He's also well-spoken for a 2-year-old. He even says hello and thank you often without even being asked to do so. There have been several times that I've been frustrated with her because she's canceled on me or changed the plan without telling me. For example, when my son was a few months old, she was going to come and take me shopping or something while my husband spent some time canoeing with my father.
fun.
She told me she would pick me up right after church in the morning. She decided without telling me she would spend the morning with her husband and go late to church. So I'm left with an infant who I'm not sure if I should put down for a nap because his grandma is supposed to be there to pick us up. My husband and I share one car. She later insists it wasn't a big deal because she just changed the plan to accommodate her husband. Oh, lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Not the person you're going to pick up. It's Opie's husband. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah. She doesn't care about like actually helping take care of your kid.
She just didn't seem to understand that I didn't care what she did or even that she was late. I just find it rude changing plans or cancel without communicating or giving time to accommodate. She often canceled a daycare day for my son while I was getting him ready to go into the car. Literally every time she's canceled on me, it's been this short.
I mean, I know it's really hard to get childcare for, your kids, but I feel like it's kind of like a 3 strikes rule.
Okay.
If she's left you in a lurch multiple times with this short of notice, I feel like you got to find someone else who's more reliable and just be like, hey, I understand, you want to help out, but you're not reliable and I need someone who is.
Yeah, that makes sense. This all kind of came to a boiling point this weekend. After 2 years of this, she had agreed to watch my son on Saturday so my husband and I could go to my aunt's 50th birthday party. I also had to go to a baby shower that same morning, which I was bringing my son to. My husband had to work that morning. She sent me a text while I was at the baby shower. Hi, I'm really sick with a severe cold and sore throat, so I can't talk. Do you want grandson around me? Also, if I get worse, I'm not sure if I'll be able to watch him. I was again annoyed.
Do you want grandson around me is so like, well, if you were a good parent, you wouldn't subject your son to my sickness. I feel like she's not even sick.
No, she probably isn't.
She's probably got like a sniffle.
Hey, could you hop on the phone real quick?
Yeah. Hey, can I
FaceTime?
call you? And she's like,
Yikes. I was again annoyed. But this was the first time that she gave me more than an hour's warning. So I forwarded the text to my husband so he could see if his coworker, who has been asking to watch our son, was available. She was on vacation, so she was out.
Dang.
I got out of the baby shower after my husband had gotten off work. I needed a nap because I'm 33 weeks pregnant and I've been exhausted. And his mother proceeds to call and yell at us for not calling her immediately to check and see how she's feeling. You just said you could have watched him, basically.
Yeah, and she's like, you didn't. I just told you I was sick, and you didn't call. Yeah, and she's calling you to yell at you with her your.
Wait a second.
Yeah, the voice that she supposedly doesn't have.
Oh, Sophia, did she say she didn't have a voice?
Yeah, she did say that. Funny how that works.
Then told us that, of course, she was still willing to watch him. Why would we assume she couldn't watch him?
Because she said she couldn't watch him.
Then Monday, she texts me and requests that my son and I join her at daycare on Wednesday because she has Bible study Tuesday and Thursday. With it being 6 weeks until her next baby is due, I texted her back saying I didn't think that I would be able to make it this week because I have a lot to do this week to get ready for the baby, so I need to be at home. I thought that was the end. She texts me back asking if my husband can just drop him off before work that day and pick him up afterwards. He works from 12 to 8:30 p.m. I text him and let him know we should talk through it because we've both generally been thinking about not doing daycare Monday through Thursday since, with that being his work schedule, it doesn't seem fair to our son. He goes to sleep there. But since she won't allow him to sleep over, we wake up around 11 to go home. After 2.5 hours, she sends me this passive-aggressive text. So this is a tough decision about having husband drop off grandson tomorrow. I thought you'd be pleased at this offer.
What? I don't even know what she's.
What?
She's saying, oh, since I didn't ask you,
Yeah.
I suggested someone else do it.
Yeah,
You
it's
should
like
be happy.
he's just the other parent who also isn't available. Like what?
And they share a car.
You're not helpful at all, mother-in-law.
I didn't text back because I was busy taking care of my son while running errands all day. Like I told her, I had a lot to do. I didn't think that 2.5 hours was enough time to get upset like that. She even called my husband to check and see if I was okay. Oh, man. Wouldn't I? Dude, if I'm married, I'm just thinking of Angie at this point.
Yeah.
If I'm married to Angie and someone calls me, hey, how's Angie feeling? I'd respond, you should probably check with her.
Yeah. Why are you calling me? Like, why aren't you calling your son? Literal son.
Oh, boy. My husband then talked to her that night, and she went off the wall yelling at him. She talked about how we can't just hold it against her that she got sick. We weren't. We weren't even going to bring it up with her because people get sick, and sometimes she deserves time off. But she kept yelling at my husband for things like, oh, and thanks for not calling your mother this weekend to see how she was feeling since you knew she was sick, and how hard she works for us while she's watching our son.
Yeah. If you can afford anything else, or if you can bring her to your your mom or your sister, this is not worth it.
It doesn't seem very mother-in-law of her
No,
to bring
no.
up, I'm doing so much for you.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah,
You
blah, blah,
owe
blah.
me. It's like, you're
Yeah.
not doing this out of the kindness of your heart.
If this was actual love, love has no score.
No, she said the daycare was free, but there's no such thing as a free lunch. You're paying a lot, and
Yep.
it's through having to listen to her whining.
Yep, that's what that Jerry Seinfeld episode. Oh man, that's such a good one. Oh man, classic. And also, it's not that much extra work watching him now that he's 2 because he fits into her daycare. It's all about the daycare and how we don't appreciate how hard she works and that we can't consider her an unreliable form of childcare. She only calls and cancels on me because I'm not working, so it's fine. So basically, from what my husband told me, she admitted that she knowingly cancels on me without notice because she doesn't respect my time because I'm a stay-at-home mom. But I'm supposed to drop everything I'm doing during the day to answer her every text and call because she doesn't think I'm doing anything all day. Dude, this is I feel like my mom wrote this
Yeah.
because my grandma does this to my mom a lot.
Mm.
She's like, I can only be on my time, yada yada this, yada yada that. Can't do this all the time,
Yeah.
and it's hard. It's hard on my mom because
it's difficult.
she does work at the sawmill some, but she
Mhm.
is basically a stay-at-home mom, like
Yeah.
helping out with stuff. She's a point person for like basically 3 families.
Yeah. She's doing a lot of work.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
No, and I mean, like,
Ugh.
it's tricky for OP and her husband who are trying to, parent this new child and then
Yeah.
also have another one on the way and then have a mother-in-law or / his mom. Every time she helps, it comes with a side of, like,
Harassment.
Yeah, basically. And he brought up that I help her whenever I do stay during her daycare.
yeah, OP's always roped into being assistant.
She said that that's what I owed her, to say the least. Then we brought up how we're not paying her for daycare.
Yep, she's got to hold that over your head.
I just don't know what to do about the situation anymore. She has a tendency to throw temper tantrums whenever she doesn't exactly get her way. She will even do silent treatment as an adult to her adult children, which I don't feel is necessarily a healthy thing to do to resolve an issue. It just feels like an emotional manipulation to me. But again, I would love some perspective and help. My mother thinks we should just not use her daycare services and make her realize that she's then missing time with her only grandkid. I just don't know what to do. I've never met someone who has shown that much disrespect to me and felt justified in it. I obviously don't want to cut her off from seeing my son, but I don't want him growing up with such negativity and feeling unwanted. Advice? We got an update.
Yeah.
Again, the phone screen timeout.
Yeah. And I also think you don't necessarily have to cut her off from seeing her grandson, but
Yeah.
you at least cut her off from help, taking care of him at daycare.
Yeah.
Again, if you can afford it, somewhere else, because it's not worth having the aggravation and also the lack of reliability from her
Oh, yeah.
of constantly canceling on you. That's like that. You don't want that from a daycare.
Oh, that's
from,
crazy.
Yeah, from any other professional daycare, that would not happen.
Yeah. Agreed.
So
Agreed. Update. We had to cancel last Friday with my mother-in-law because she caught us off guard, and I forgot how we made plans with my mom to go visit and my grandfather with the grandbabies in their Halloween costumes.
oh,
We told her we would drop off our son the next Friday. Turns out my grandfather was sent to the hospital with pneumonia Thursday night. We decided not to call her because it was late and we don't expect her to drop everything last minute for daycare. Maybe this was our mistake. But I feel like anything we would have done in this situation was wrong. Oh well, we found out that my grandfather had passed away on Halloween.
I'm so sorry.
It was a very sudden and shocked all of us. We haven't heard from her the rest of the week until we got an email from my husband's brother. It was one of the ugliest emails I've ever read. Basically, it said that we were horrible people and we've been rude and unthankful to my in-laws ever since my son was born. He could tell because of our body language. Also, apparently, they've changed their plans around to suit us. News to me, considering we've gone out of our way to adjust to my mother-in-law's schedule. And apparently, according to her, we've entirely disowned her and have threatened to never allow her to see Nathan again. All of this is new to me. because she has a history of
Yeah.
throwing tantrums and lying to get her way.
She's literally lying. And at this point now you know that she's got to lie to everyone around you to get her way. And that you can't put up with that.
Okay.
You have to set those boundaries and say, okay, oh, we're not thankful, then we won't take your services anymore. The easy fix.
No more Nathan for you.
Yeah. Ah ha ha. Funny.
We tried calling all of them immediately to schedule a time to talk in person because this has all gotten out of hand. All of their phones rang 3 times before going to voicemail. Turns out, all 3 of them were at lunch together. Haha.
Yeah, they're all emailing. You're like,
Yeah, what should we say? Ooh, that's good.
My mother-in-law sent me a text saying that they were having lunch with my brother-in-law and wanted to do this talk in person. I responded and said I agreed. 3 hours later, they said that they were leaving my brother-in-law's place. It was 6:30. At the time, my son's bedtime was 7:30, so obviously this talk wasn't happening this weekend. I sent her a text last night asking when we should come over to talk. I've yet gotten a response. I've been really upset this whole time, crying several times because of the initial accusations. But I'm not sure what I should do. I don't quite know what action to take. I don't think it's going to be feasible to completely cut them out, but boundaries need to be made, obviously. I am just definitely feeling like this has been more of a power play than genuine emotional upset on her part. Mostly because nobody has been contacting us to try and set a time to sit down and resolve this.
yeah.
Because they
it's
know
not.
what's up.
They know. They're trying to they know that you are in need of her help in taking care of your kid, or they think that you are. And so they're going to use that power to like assert their dominance
Yeah.
and or use that need of yours to assert their dominance. And you can set those boundaries and say, actually, we don't need you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There you go. I feel like if she was really feeling like we disowned her, wouldn't it be a priority to her to have contact us and schedule a time to resolve this? Am I wrong? I'm just not sure what course of action to take to cause the least amount of drama. I think I'm losing my voice.
No.
My husband has been fuming about this and will support his family, me and my son.
Nice.
That was it. Could have been another way.
Yeah.
No matter what, and you should matter about your next story you're gonna hear, because you can do that on your favorite freaking podcast platform. Just search up OK Storytime on Apple, iHeartRadio, or Spotify. Listen to these crazy stories we got for you.
Do it.
Do it,
But the craziest story of all is this mother.
dude. We got an update.
Yikes. Well, you know what? Positives. Your husband's on your side.
Yeah.
He's not back in his crazy mom.
Oh my God.
And you're just gonna have to set boundaries, and it sucks. And I know you don't want to cut contact. You don't necessarily have to cut contact completely, but you definitely can't rely on her for daycare or any sort of.
Yeah, she's out of the question there.
Yep.
Salvage something, maybe.
Hopefully,
I don't
but you
know.
know, not right now.
Spreading lies. It's not worth it.
No.
Update 2. My mother-in-law finally texted me and wanted to schedule a time to talk things out. My husband and I have talked and decided this is really her last chance. It isn't really feasible for us to completely cut contact out of our life, but if she's unwilling to accept anything we have to say, we're willing to go that route. We are going to stay strong with the facts and not get caught up in her gaslighting. We're also not going to talk without my father-in-law present. He has stuck up for us in the past during a situation where what we said was logical. We'll see how this goes, but honestly, I'm not going to get my hopes up that she'll listen. We're totally prepared to walk out for the long haul if we need to. It's become apparent that this has all just been a power play.
Yeah. I
And
think
that's it.
I think that's all you can do right now.
Yep.
Just like if you need to, create some boundaries and create
Yeah.
some walls.
Super smart to have a father-in-law there.
Yeah,
I like that.
absolutely. Yeah.
I think having everyone there getting ears about what's actually
exactly.
happening.
Instead of her spreading lies and manipulating people.
Maybe even get the brother-in-law involved.
Yeah, be like, hey, you thought you said all those nasty things to me. This is what actually is going on.
And you can listen but not say a word.
Yeah.
That's the end of that story. We got one more for you guys.
My mother-in-law treats me terribly, but acts innocent around my husband.
I didn't do anything.
I am a white female married to an Indian male, both in our 30s. While I understand in that culture, it is common to have your parents come to stay with you for months every year when living abroad, this situation feels crazy to me.
That's normal?
By the way, this comes from Fabulous Mango 4047, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. So, In the last 4 years, they have come 3 times, each time being longer than the last. This time around, they are here for 4 months, the whole summer. That's
Yay.
wild.
Not girl summer.
Mm-mm.
Parent summer.
These are my issues with their visits and why I told my husband I can no longer handle them living in the house with us. Personal hygiene and cleanliness are a huge issue. They don't wash their hands after going to the bathroom or before cooking or touching food. Yuck. They don't clean up after themselves. And if mother-in-law sometimes washes dishes, she does a terrible job. I can still see her lipstick on the cups after she washes them. When father-in-law uses the bathroom, he pees all over the floor every time. Are these children?
What?
Ew.
Get some aim, dog.
Sometimes a few spots on the floor, other times full-on puddles. Ew.
What?
The first time that had happened, I would talk to my husband immediately and be like, this is unacceptable and gross and I won't live like this.
Or get the
Potty train them or
Yeah.
get them
pee
out.
pads. Get them some pee pads, a litter box.
They both wear sandals in the house and walk in it without
this is so
realizing it and track it all over the house. Are these like dogs?
Magno!
Like they're walking in their own pee? This is insane. These are adults. How are they acting like this?
That's just how they live, man.
I should note there are some health and balance issues with father-in-law, but he has too much pride to accept or use any type of medical devices and guards on the toilet to help him or sit down to pee. I am usually the one cleaning it up. Literally,
No.
Nope.
no. I'd
Nope.
be like, hey, husband, you clean this up right now.
They're your
or get your
parents.
parents out of my house. I'm not cleaning up
Yeah.
your dad's pee.
Ew.
They both never leave the house the whole day, so there's no privacy or space from them. Mother-in-law is quite rude and ignores me when I speak or just cuts me off anytime I try to talk. She plays it off innocent with my husband like she doesn't realize she's doing that and doesn't mean to, but I don't buy that. Mother-in-law will act very different when my husband isn't around. All kinds of small things that add up. For example, if I'm mopping the floor, she'll walk over the spot I just finished mopping. They can be pretty destructive to our home and usually break quite a few things when they come, like cupboards and doors from slamming them too aggressively, not using exhaust fans when taking showers so mold grows, etc. They use mothballs back in their home in India. When they come here, everything they bring reeks like mothballs, and I never ever have been able to fully get the smell out of the room they stay in. Mothball fumes are highly toxic, and we also have a cat. If they leave the door open, the smell goes through the rest of the house and stinks for hours.
Oh my gosh.
They show zero signs of empathy, remorse, or any other feelings towards how they affect us or our home. It seems as though they genuinely don't care about anyone but themselves. Mother-in-law expects my husband to pay for everything for them and shows no appreciation, not even a simple thank you. When my husband tries to talk to them about their behavior, mother-in-law sends him a massive text message guilt-tripping us for having some type of living standards and boundaries. These messages will be things along the lines of, we will just leave and never come back. Yeah, please. I'll just stay in India with little money in my bank account while you live your life here, even though it's because of me you got to move in the first place. I could write a novel with all the specific moments that have happened in the last 3 visits. These have been ongoing issues every time they come, and it only gets worse. I also can't help but feel that mother-in-law is very calculated and manipulative and knows exactly what she's doing. I sometimes wonder if she's trying to push me out. Yeah! Yes! She's absolutely trying to push you out of the house. This is like psychological warfare. This is
Dude.
crazy. And if your husband, either one, go talk to your husband, say, this is what's been going on.
Yeah.
And if he says anything other than, oh, I'm so sorry, I'll get them out, then have a
Done.
way more serious conversation or leave.
He needs to go talk to that 19-year-old boy we read about
Yeah. He's much more mature than this guy.
Because you are family now. And if
Mhm.
your extended family isn't wanting to listen, you got to get him out of there.
Agreed. So am I the a-hole for putting my foot down and refusing to allow these long-term visits in the future, even though she's saying she has no money? Well, then why is she spending money on a flight? She was considering buying a second property in India, so I don't believe that. I think they are fully capable of getting a short-term rental when they come. And there is an update, but no, you're not the a-hole.
No.
No, I would demand that. I'd be like, no, they're not staying here. They're disgusting. They're
Ew.
leaving their little pee puddles everywhere. Gross.
boundaries.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Mm-mm.
Ugh.
And your husband needs to go to therapy if he's like, oh, well, they're my family. I get like, no. If they're not going to respect the house, bye.
Good riddance.
But there is an update, and I'm really hoping that OP
No more pee
knocks
puddles.
some sense into her husband.
Ugh, that's the pee puddles for me.
No, it's disgusting. And the tracking them through the house.
That's Sophia's thing.
My husband sees the issue here and has spoken to them multiple times about these issues. They just never change or don't care. I think he's stuck in a tough place because he doesn't want to hurt anyone's feelings. I do. I spoke to him and told him bluntly how I feel and that I don't want any future long-term visits. He agrees with me. I just hope this doesn't cause resentment one day and ruin our marriage. I mean, you already have resentment for his parents, so if they stay here, you're going to have resentment for sure.
Yeah.
If they don't, you might have resentment, but you can work it out. He's amazing, and it would be devastating to divorce over his parents. Like I said, his mom is a master at guilt tripping and making him feel like a terrible person. And there is a second update. My in-laws will officially no longer be staying with us. Hooray!
We won!
Yay!
Let's go!
Since my original post, I started noticing things misplaced in my and my husband's room.
Oh.
I know it sounds crazy of me, but she definitely brings it out of me. I asked my husband if he's okay with it if I set up a camera in the room and arm it when he and myself are both gone. He agreed, so I set it up. I now have video footage of my mother-in-law going in the room, rummaging through everything thoroughly like she owns the place and everything in it. I also watched her steal some of my items out of our room. When I got home from work, I noticed she left a sweater in there while she was busy trying on my blouses and stealing one of them.
What?
I confronted her with it, and she gave me some lame excuse after first pretending she didn't know what it was.
Bro.
I then asked her bluntly if she had been rummaging through my room. Of course, she lied and then sent me very long text messages trying to guilt trip me and make me feel terrible for accusing her of such things. I won't get into too much detail of the text since it was basically a short novel, but to sum it up, it was saying how shocked she was at my accusations, how she's basically the best person ever and would never do anything like that, and how everyone loves her, how I hurt her feelings. The actual text in full would blow your mind. It really goes to show how manipulative and good of a liar she is. I did give her some opportunities over the next week after to come clean and be honest without forcing her to by showing her the videos. She didn't. Instead, just trashed me some more. So I showed her the videos in private and let her watch herself stealing. She still just kept repeating that she wasn't stealing and had some other dumb excuses. Yeah, of course she does.
How's her hands not red?
Yeah.
What?
No, she's been caught red-handed and she's like, no, this is, my hands just look like that normally.
That's someone else.
That's someone else's hands.
That's AI.
She's like, that we're in person. She's like, it's AI. I don't know how they do it. I have showed my husband as well, and he no longer wants them to stay here in the future either.
Let's
Finally,
go.
You got some proof. Because without the proof, she probably would have been like, your wife is accusing me, and I never would do that. She's a liar.
How does the husband not have her? What? This is wild.
So I guess I never had to put my foot down. She basically banned herself from staying with us. Nice. My husband has yet to talk to her about the videos. Update 3.
We have a third one?
The third update, and I hope
my
it's
gosh.
my husband my husband cut off his mom.
Or like the parents went homeless until
Yeah.
they got their flight back home.
Oh, yikes. Hopefully not that,
Oh.
but I hope they're home and not
Oh.
here. Update 3. My husband finally had the talk with his mom. It took so long because she doesn't want her husband to know about any of this. So she'll only talk about it when he is sleeping before her or away from the property, which never happens. We didn't get any type of reaction we would have wanted or hoped for. She gave him a meaningless sorry and said she didn't know why she did it. Just tried to blame it on issues she has with her husband. She never fully accepted or admitted to all of the things she did. My husband also tried to ask her if she had an issue with me based on her behavior every single visit. She also said no issues. I was really hoping she would take this time to be honest and put everything on the table to maybe work through any issues. But obviously that will never happen. He did tell her that they will no longer be welcome to stay with us in the future for any amount of time. They would have to get their own place or a short-term rental. By the way, you're welcome to stay with us and listen to full episodes with stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime.
Boom.
But there is a little bit left to this story. Any
Dude,
final thoughts?
we won. We did it.
You won. You won the war. She's out.
And
Or she's
also,
leaving.
you have blackmail
Yeah, you
have a
literal
video proof. of her. This is horrible, but you have video proof of her stealing
Yeah.
that she doesn't want her husband to know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if she keeps acting out, guess who's going to know?
Yep. Yep. I guess that's the way it's got to be. Or she could just leave.
Yeah.
She and her husband can go.
That sounds
And if they
better.
want to come visit, they can go get a place. Stay in a hotel. I don't care.
Just
Stay
please
away from
leave.
us.
You and your pea puddles can go somewhere else.
Disgusting. Now we just wait out the last 2-ish weeks till they leave. We don't speak to each other at all except for her fake good morning in front of her husband so he doesn't suspect her of any wrongdoing. She likes to blame him for everything that goes wrong and doesn't like to recognize her own faults. Selfishly, I was hoping it would make her want to leave sooner after my husband called her out for her behavior, because we now have to redo a bathroom and a half. Father-in-law flooded the basement bathroom and, as you know, pissed all over the other one. Yikes.
What?
And redo the bedroom they stay in because of the mothball smell. And also because it's super awkward and uncomfortable in the house. Get her
Dang.
out.
Get her out and send her an invoice.
Please. Yeah, I'd be like, hey, this is for all the damages that you guys caused in the house. And also emotional damages because I hate you guys.
Ah.
Terrible.
How? How do people live like this?
I have no idea. But good on you for standing up for yourself and your husband for listening to you and standing up for himself.
Let's go pee outside, I guess.
Please. You're not trusted to do it inside. You're terrible at it.
Well, that's the end of this episode.
And the end of this. Oh, you said it.
Haha, I stole your words.
Dang it. But that.
She doesn't even know what to do with herself.
So if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you.
And see you tomorrow.